Welcome, Aries, to an in-depth weekly astrology overview and zodiac forecast for week commencing the 18th of May for the ascendant, the sun, or the moon. I'm going to share with you the big themes of the week first, then on screen, your event chart on Monday. Always provides an influential backdrop. I'll then go through each of the influences frame by frame to give you a clear picture of what you can expect around energy, work, relationships, and finances. I'm astrologer Patrick Arundel. A very warm welcome. If you've yet to subscribe to my channel, please do so now to help it to continue to thrive. But please also click or tap the bell notification symbol. It's a week when your ruler Mars leaves your zodiac sign after a 6 week stay and moves into the subsequent sign of Taurus. Very earthy, very sensual through to the 28th of June. What's the implication for you? Mars is joined by Venus moving on Tuesday into the nurturing, caring sign of Cancer through to the middle of June. The two are going to be combining brilliantly on Tuesday, but what's the implication for your sign? On Thursday, Gemini season begins with the sun moving into the quick-witted sign of communication, but by Friday forging an exact conjunction with Uranus for the first time in Gemini for 78 years. Really exciting stuff. But the cosmic curtain comes down on the week with a potentially complex quarter moon. I'll unpack that for you too. So on the screen, Aries, is your event chart. And the big takeout is that Mercury, which moved late last week into Gemini, itself is in a conjunction with Uranus as this week begins. So the chances are it's going to be a rip-roaring time, lots of bubbly ideas being generated for sure. But look at your ruler Mars, just on that anaretic degree, but forging a lovely link to Venus. So, whatever your love language is, whether you like to have lots of banter or once Mars moves later on Monday and Venus on Tuesday, you like things to be more nurturing, perhaps a little more sensual, that certainly can show up. But Mars through to the end of June is going to give you a mighty determination to improve your financial lot. And if you have been working on something, a new idea, or trying to inject more energy into an ongoing strand, the chances are you can start to see a greater traction from now on. But the speed of events really picks up from Thursday, with the Sun joining up with Mercury and Uranus in the sign of Gemini. That really gives you a chance to use your mind and your personal expression very effectively over the next month. Now, the third house can also be very interactive from a sociable viewpoint. What I can tell you is it will be probably difficult to sit on your hands for too long. You can have lots of buzzy energy, but also we do have a great link between Mercury and Saturn in your sign on Friday. So if there is something you're thinking about, but you want to plan very carefully, you can do that. It's just the quarter moon, which comes at the end of the week, suggests you may actually try to do too much, scatter yourself a little bit too thinly, and end up feeling a bit stressed out. I'm going to summarize those four areas of energy, work, relationships, and finances next. But just to say, you can order your personal horoscopes now and get three for the price of one. The one you order is your life roadmap report, which helps us to understand the patterns that have played out in our lives so far, get a more intimate understanding of that energy and how to work with it future forwards. Free, your 12 months transit forecast, and also your draconic soul karmic analysis. I've been doing this for 30 years. Natal astrology is really the way that we can get the greatest amount of understanding of how this journey will play out for us. If you've yet to watch your May monthly forecast, please see that on the screen. If you've yet to watch your Sun conjunct Uranus, the Cazimi, for the first time in 78 years, that's on the screen. If you'd like to work with me directly, please see my testimonials below. And also, if you've yet to sign up for your free daily written horoscope, fired to your device each morning for your early day celestial pit stop, you can do so below too as well. So, as far as your energy is concerned, I think it's important to note that right at the start of this week, Mars is in a conjunction with Chiron. Chiron, over the last 7 years, has been asking you to really work on your sense of identity. If you're really at ease with yourself, I think Mars roaring into Taurus can give you the desire to perhaps enjoy the goodies of life more. So if you want to maintain your vitality, you probably do need to be a bit more disciplined, particularly this week in the sextile with Venus when it comes to what you eat and drink. As far as finances are concerned, however, we're still surfing the back of last week's very powerful super new moon in Taurus, and the portents are looking very good for you, particularly because Jupiter, the planet of fortune, linked into that event as well. So keep being persistent, and that can bring you a reward. When it comes to your love life, I think if you are single, the more interactive you can be, the better. It doesn't have to be online. I think one of the things you could perhaps do from here on in, particularly with Venus moving on Tuesday into a more nurturing sector, is perhaps join an interest group where you can meet people in a more relaxed way. I think that would work well for you. But if you are up for the challenge of internet dating, certainly it can be a very flirtatious time. If you're in an ongoing relationship, going out for a meal together would be a great way to celebrate your tie this week. Candles and all those small but thoughtful gestures can make quite the difference. Now, professionally, I feel that if you are someone who's quite comfortable with technology or adapting to the changing workplace that we're in, you're going to be absolutely fine. If you're someone who finds it a little bit more difficult to be in a big corporation, do consider carefully your options when it comes to self-employment. It's been a real pleasure being with you, Aries. Have a great week and look forward to seeing you again soon.